All right,
Jeff? Yep. Coach, how'd they look? What'd you see?
I tell you what, felt really good about coming out of today. During the course of the week, probably had some concerns about some things, but came out and executed. Had still a couple penalties there. Had 3 penalties before the whistle. Those are all things that we can control. I think that's to be expected, obviously, in a first scrimmage. Probably a little cleaner scrimmage than I thought it would be. I expected probably to see some more penalties, but I told those guys to call it like a game, so that way we're on. Didn't have any of the silly penalties necessarily as far as personal fouls and those kind of things, so I feel good about that.
Defense, Coach, it looked like they played outstanding and almost made the offense a little stagnant.
Well, that's something we've talked about for a long time. We need to play some defense. We start playing some defense around here, we're going to have a good football team. And, at the end of the day, it's what kind of team we are. We have to be accountable to each other. We have to make each other better. I think we're consistently doing it. For the first, I just feel much better about us challenging the offense now as opposed to not challenging maybe or competing like we should have in the past.
What surprised you the most about the defense, the way they're able to play?
Quite frankly, it didn't surprise me. I expected it. I've been out here. This is practice 11 today. I've been watching them. I know we're faster. I know that we've recruited well, and I think you can see that. It's very clear that we've recruited well. We can fly around. There's no question.
Anybody in particular that stepped up from you guys?
I think just in general, defensively, our ability to contain the football. I think our linebackers played well. They understood where they needed to be. Made the offense earn some things. Offensively, other than the one strike there to Will Shaw, and really we probably didn't have the right leverage there at the end of the day. Probably a good route by Will at the same time, but if we would have leveraged the ball a little bit better there, I thought today we've done as good a job as we've been doing as far as defending the football, and that's what we've got to continue to emphasize and do.
Coach, was Cook not playing a majority of the scrimmage? Was that just
there's no need to play him. When I was with Coach Spurrier, he'd play those guys 2 or 3 plays and then tell them to go drink water. I made him get about 10. But, we don't need. I know what Kirk can do. I know what those guys can do. So we start pulling those guys out. We need to start seeing what some other guys can do in crucial times when it is 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 4th and 1. Key players at key times. What are they going to do? Are they going to respond? And trying to give those guys opportunities.
Secondary, anybody in that group kind of step up and impress you?
Well, obviously Dale had pick 6 there. That was kind of convenient, but we're better. And I think we should expect to be better. But it's still early. We've got 11 practices. I still think we have a lot of room for improvement. And a lot of things, we still got a couple missed tackles here and there. There's some alignment and some assignment things we can continue to focus on, and I think it bodes well for the future.